Hello and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. And last time we went into the arena, we fought Rantaris, however you say her name, the Eldari in charge. We killed her, and then we got teleported to this part of Kamara, where there's a bunch of witches and stuff from two different cabals, or witch cults, or whatever you want to call them. And turns out there was a Eldari Farseer here, and I guess up here are the rest of them, so we're gonna go save them, and then we have a way out, hopefully. We'll see. Thankfully,
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Demolish the wall. First off, you see a number of containers of some sort beyond the enclosure. Okay.
Too hard for a simple monkey. None are better at searching.
What do we got? Armor of Despair. All enemies in combat suffer -10, -10. And 15 armor against human enemies. Interesting. Avenger Tactical Gauntlets. Whenever an attack of opportunity is performed against the wearer gains a stack of vengeance. The character's attack of opportunity deal more damage. So it's basically give and take. Using a non-attack ability grants the wearer +5 dodge, bonus to dodge and parry for each enemy adjacent to the wearer for 1 round. This could be good on, what's his name? Marazai. For armor. Better armor. We do get dodge reduction, but we get more armor and we cause everyone to just be terrible. I'm fine with that. So everyone else is going to be really bad to hitting and critting. So hopefully that'll help turn the tables.
None shall stand in my way.
So that was it? Okay. It was something. Heinrich's J and a bunch of pilots. The 2 pilots are already disarmed and shackled. They give you a haunted look as you approach. You take a glance at the Xenos boats. Sure, its design and certain parts appear bizarre, but you can guess their purpose. You could probably steer it. I can steer a gondola. We do not need these pilots. Let these non-entities. Yeah, let him run away, and let Yurlia take the helm. I trust her more than Mirazai. He might screw us over still.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
I'm not 100% about him yet. Right now, he's basically just helping us to get out of here so he doesn't get killed as well. And those two didn't do nothing to me, so they're probably the worst people imaginable, but still. As long as you don't try to kill me or people that I know, you're most likely fine. Most likely. The dim light sources of Kamara glow like swamp lights, making you dizzy and nauseous. I'd bet. Hello. Why is Miraz High walking so slow? And Yurliet. Why were you guys walking so slow? The gargantuan spire is too large to see in entirety. I smell blood in the air. Blood that is about to be spilt. I hear the echo of clashing swords and the terrified scream of Xenos writhing under our heel. Ah, Father, what a marvelous feast you have prepared for me. By the Golden Throne, we made it, and all in one piece. Not bad, but we can't relax just yet. We've still got a long way to go. The spire of the Reaving Tempest, the seat of my cabal, both a place to find respite from the scheming of our enemies and a deadly trap for those too weak and soft for our ranks. The heart of the spire contains a secret, an ancient webway gate that has remained sealed for many, many eons. Eremerus kept it in case a Vex noose happened to tighten around the cabal's neck. No one save for her and a certain other Cabalite know exactly where in real space the gate leads. A perfect escape route, and I can open it for you. How do I know you know how to unseal the gate? I find such deep trust between two Drukhari to be too good to be true. Trust? How unreliable. No, I simply abducted and tortured the Cabalite who was privy to the secret. There is even a chance that Eremerus believed the story about the pathetic weakling running off. Fine, let's get out of this hole. You cannot wait to leave Kamara, and I cannot wait to pay my sister a visit. Rest assured she is somewhere nearby. I have a desire before we leave the spire. There is something I want to pick up. Something memorable. I left it in the Cabal's abode. I do not want it to fall into the hands of others when carrion eaters and looters flood the spire after we are gone. There could be something in it for you. Fine, let's just point out where the property of yours is. Of course, first we need to find my raider, most likely at the end of the dock outside the spire. Let's go to the end of the terrace before we enter the spire. Alantok? My kin from Cruderrock are still there. I can sense it, as I can sense the flames of their souls inexorably going out. Fury and fear are devouring me from inside out, and I do not know what frightens me more, the grim answers that hide behind the spire's walls, or the scars that my heart will bear once I discover them. Yet I must learn the truth about my world. Perhaps this is the day the outcast finds her path again. Come along, we'll find your farseers, you will have answers. You speak the truth, let us be on our way. We will tear their lives from the clutches of the insatiable cousins. I find myself wondering if a single farseer gazing at the hazy visions of things. You already said this before. If you wish for me to use my knowledge and open a path out of Kamara for us, find this item. Without it, I am powerless to make the webway allow us entry into its labyrinths. She needs a resonance device. What is the plan to find your kin? Farseers are not easy captives to keep. Whatever the Dark Ones are using to repress my kin's powers, those tools will be noticeable. I'll find a way to them. Mirazai, what should we expect to find inside the spire? Cabalites, witches, incubi at Eremerus' side. That is all.
Victory awaits!
Nope, let's keep this team. So that's to Spire, and then he said to go to the end of the terrace. The vast towers of Comoros spring up out of the darkness surrounding the spire at insane angles, violating all the laws of physics and perspective.
Do I need to point it out for you?
Ooh, what's this? Is this it? Come here, take a look at this view. Why would you want me to do that? Camera is the greatest thing ever created by an intelligent race. Surely you wish to see it as is meant to be seen, to behold all of its magnificence. Fine. Don't try to push me off, bitch. Okay, he kept me up. Terror, unbridled, exquisite terror. Far more bite to it than the stale, predictable pain of torture victims. That burn in your chest, that tang in your mouth. Can you feel the blood roaring in your veins? Your heart battering out a march of triumph? Life becomes more vivid when death can come at any moment. I will continue to remind you of that. The Tempest's Cabalites have already picked the Raider clean. That means that what I seek must be hidden somewhere in the spire. I think it's in the torture chamber. Once inside, we must proceed through the first chambers directly ahead and turn left, then left again. Come, I intend to claim what's mine. So we go into the chambers and then we go left and then left again.
A new
so
challenge
we
for
make
me?
a U-turn. And what's this? Oh, do I need a key to unlock this then? Is that why it's red? Okay, go into the first chamber, then make a left, and then another left. Holy crap!
I'll live another day.
It seems the sinister device can be disabled if one gets past it.
The lying Xenos are playing us like puppets. I sense new webs of foul intrigue weaving about our hands.
What is the matter, prisoner?
No.
You've been content with your lot for years, and now you clamor for freedom, a belated show of courage.
The sinister labyrinth looks like a death trap. It was probably created for just such a purpose.
Follow my lead.
Remove the
My
barrier.
success was inevitable.
Halt! I noticed something.
So I gotta go left.
We should deal with this.
My success is irrefutable.
Platform. Okay. Oh god. Yeah, I'm already
What is
getting
that?
lost.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality. Bringing damage to bulk.
It's about time.
Jeez. Okay, to the outside. I went here, I went left,
Something of interest.
or I want to go left. Then go left again, he said. Well, that's wrong. Unless it's not this first area.
None shall stand in my way.
Come on.
The machine god grants the Hunt, brothers! Take heed!
There's so many traps, holy crap. There's a Farseer.
We need to investigate.
Catan, my son. His eyes have been sewn shut, oh my god. You have come, my son. Hold the line, don't let the corruption spread further. I've finished the statue, master. We are all united in the shadow of the great tree, sister. Until Kayla Mensha Kane claims our hearts. O Isha, mother of all life, may your blessing protect the children of Azrion from the abominations of bodily and spiritual torture. What are you? Forgive me, Catan. Ever since the founding of our craft world, I took it upon myself the duty of caring for Krudarok's children, yet my own son. Oh, my Catan, why did your path have to take you so far from home? Today Cain bloodied his hands again with our blood and others. You must learn to accept your fears, to tame your anger. Lenartha, my love, I dedicate my last statue to you. Don't cry, my path of the sculptor may be at its end, but I have a different path ahead of me. Will you walk it with me? Today we mourn those we've lost, our sons and daughters, and brothers and sisters, and parents and lovers whose souls the wind took. I doubt they can hear you. The homunculus' experiments have twisted more than their bodies. Their mind and soul have been remolded into something wrong. All that is wrong. It must not be. Examine him. Besides the meticulously sutured limbs, the twin face with all eyes sewn shut, and the dissected thorax, you notice the faint gleam of steel strips soldered into the creature's neck. Hands and shins, the strange energy they emit reminds you that the technology behind the Psi Shackle is used to restrain Psychers in the Imperium. Whoever you are, we have come for answers. Help us make sense of what happened to your world. What is this? A monkey dares to speak to a Farseer? It hurts. It hurts. Kill us, please. Daughter of Azrion, who has walked the path of the outcast. Mercy. Grant us mercy. I came here hoping to find answers to my questions, but what do I see? Only the pain and suffering of those I failed to save. Those I abandoned when they needed me. Your presence on Krudarok would hardly have changed anything. You would most likely be dead now. You cannot know that. No one can. What am I to do with them? You have been asked for mercy, granted. You are right. After everything that happened, I have no right to leave them like this. The shadow of she who thirsts is creeping ever closer upon their already twisted souls. But I will not allow her to devour what is left of them.
Oh, spill no tears for me, Isha.
Dang.
I won't tolerate weakness.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
What is this? Why is he all the way over there? K. Morag, what a strange feeling. Kayla Mensha Kane, take my heart. They're playing Regicide, miniature figurines of Drukari and Azriani, skillfully fashioned out of onyx and rathbone. Some are toppled. Are you alright? Quiet, please stop. Stop torturing my mind. I will not let you become another spirit on the wind. Not for the light of a million stars. Just let me explain myself. What is going on? I left Kruderok because that was my path. Is that not what you have been teaching us from birth until our final moments of our lives? I can hear it very well, the mournful lament of our brothers and sisters, tortured to death in this room. I would prefer not to hear it, but I cannot, as clearly as I hear the melody of your soul's torment. And don't you dare. There is no need to blame me for what happened to you. One of the Farseers is trapped in the game board, correct? How did you know? A monkey is incapable of hearing the call of the immortal soul of a child of Azrion. Could I have been a simple guess? Yet you are absolutely right. In their torture, the Dark Ones go far beyond the limits of the possible. For imprisoned within these game pieces, within the board designed for games and intrigue of the mind, is the soul of a Farseer. Why would they imprison a Farseer's soul in a board game? Why does the wind blow and the rain fall? Why does the starlight illuminate our path and darkness dismay it? It is their nature, for that is the way of the world. The Dark Ones feed on despair and suffering, while the Farseers are powerful beings of unbending will, whose souls, however, are brittle. Every move on this game board causes the Farseer nothing but pain. She feels everything, sees everything, and is aware of everything. She dies with each taken piece, and is resurrected at the end of the game. It looks like the Farseer put you through mental torment. What did she say? That I'm a traitor, and my path is paved with the bodies of my kin. That I am an outcast who carries the blame for the destruction of my home, since I heard the call of our dying ancestors, but did not return in time. And that it should have been me in her place. The pain and suffering have damaged the Farseer's mind. You cannot have saved Kruderok alone. But I could have protected my home and met my end alongside the others. Still, for as long as at least one child of Kruderok is alive, its memory will not vanish. And I am yet to reach the end of my path. The seed planted long ago is yet to grow and bring forth the flower of truth. We can take her to the ship and save at least what's left of her. It's hard to say how much more suffering her soul is yet to endure before we leave the city. She may even be devoured by a Salem Thresh on the way, as forms like this makes our souls very brittle and defenseless. But if you think... Excuse me. But if you think there's a chance she can be saved, I will not stand in the way. The Farseer's soul, trapped inside this intricate game board, protects the artifact's owner from the deleterious influence of the Empyrean's forces. Okay.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Ooh. This is really good, actually. Do I have to have it on still? Probably. Recoil boots. Whenever the wearer attacks an enemy behind cover with a ranged attack, cover efficiency is decreased by 40% for that attack and minus recoil. Increases rate of fire of the wearer's weapon by +1 each time an enemy is killed. Perplexed is inflict on all other enemies in a 2-cell radius. That could be good for Argento when we get done. Or actually, I could put that on Ulfar, right? as long as he does have, yes, better fur. His recoil is reduced and his melee attacks inflict staggered. Okay.
Follow my lead.
I'll wipe you from the
pain.
face of the gamut's master!
Witless monkey.
Who's this? Oh, you're Elliot.
Is it Wardled or a trap?
What is it? It's just interactable, okay.
Not a problem for me.
I'll make this so she can, like, more likely kill people. I'll give this to Avalon.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
All too easy.
Pascal, I guess. Front line for you two, if I can.
Never wavered in the face of adversity. Nothing I can't do.
Okay, backline. Damage. Okay, and then this for you.
I am a savant of destruction. Explorers know one route. Forward.
Okay. And then give him a turn to
Suits
shoot.
my purposes.
Never mind, I can't.
The scriptural prose is value.
Not a problem for me.
I'll tear your heart out for this. Horror awaits.
A pathetic attempt!
Nobody escapes us.
I need to target these disciple pains.
I am not your
'Cause they're like-
Xenos pet monkey.
Commanders like me, or officers, but they have to damage their own people to give them buffs. That probably helps them anyway. They probably are like, oh, when you get hurt by a friend,
I
get these
understand your
benefits.
intent. If ancestors guide me. Fortune favors the
Dearly
swift.
for your actions.
I am not your Xenos.
Feel no tears for me.
Free shot, yep. And then there's this disciple of pain here.
This tedium is beneath me.
Try harder! We all walk our own path.
An exemplary strike.
These guys don't take a lot of melee damage, it seems like.
So shall it be. None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father! Wolves reign. Die in
Go this way.
So it shall be.
Run and gun, and then he can't fit through this. Why can't I shoot these guys? I'm gonna try it.
Cubs play.
I guess he was just really bad. Okay.
Indeed.
He can't go anywhere. He can go forward though.
I will herd the prey.
At your beck and call.
So I think I swing at this guy. I'm gonna use my heroic ability to get another turn. So I'm gonna
I
kill
will
this
do
guy
my
if I
duty.
can. Probably all these effects actually helped him. That's why he's at 0. He's not taking any damage.
Victory is in target well struck.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
I can't charge. I can charge. This way.
Indeed. Over there. No matter the cost. At your beck and call.
Let me educate you on the art of pain.
My place is at the fore. It will be done.
You unleash my fury.
Go.
Someone else can do this. At your beck and call. Victory is imminent.
Strands of fate, guide me.
Leaving a lot of trails for Pascal to move through later.
Bring it on! Watch. Bill.
I revel in your terror!
Dearly for your actions. It is what a useless plaything. Broken already? And why would I
I'll
do
move
that?
over here for him.
With grace and manners. A pitiful a euphoria of anguish. Don't distract me. Behold.
And then try to stab
It
you.
is handled. Kneel before me, pray thing!
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. A pitiful attempt.
Don't try to bleed you.
Vast equation. Your life is a negligible variable. My vow is to serve. Running binaric override.
Okay.
Suits my purposes.
Request approved. The scriptural proof. The analysis successful.
Okay. Should've gave that to you first, but it's okay. And then just we're
Nothing
going
I
for pure
can't do.
damage.
Martyrdom is the reward.
This guy's kind of
I
high health.
understand your intent.
Into the darkness.
If it serves your cause, fortune favors the swift. My heart sings with the thrill of battle.
Join the ancestors.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. This tedium is beneath me.
Do that and that.
Stop trying, monkey.
Okay.
If I must. If it serves your cause.
Can I even move out of here? He's so big.
I hunger for battle.
He's stuck. Okay. Can do that.
Wolves reign. None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father. Wolves reign! I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
Indeed. Grey hair, sure hand. It will be done. I will do my duty. Victory is imminent. At your beck and call.
I am not a vessel for pain. I am its master. What a euphoria of anguish!
This guy's so hard to kill,
A
bro.
pathetic attempt.
With Kieran stand
There you go.
aside.
God.
Darkness.
Wait, monkey, extend a helping hand and I will show you the way home.
Don't waste mine.
We shall prevail. A new challenge for me?
A farseer with a clear mind, you say? Mm-hmm.
Watch your
Sure.
steps.
Operation
The set of
Successful.
symbols looks unfinished, as if you only have half of the mysterious message in front of you.
You will pay an even greater price.
The machine code grants me
You will
insight.
perish for this affront.
Oh. The strange capsule emits a barely perceptible buzz. Its thick walls barely contain the sound coming from within. The sounds of a living and tormented creature. Not a Farsight?
This explorer tool is blessed with multifunctionality.
The set of symbols looks unfinished, as if you only have half. So we got half now.
awaits.
Ooh, what's this? Webway resonance device. Hey, that's what Yurlia wanted. Wraithbone woven battlesuit. Drakari. The armor restores one wound each round when the wearer has any number of following damage over time effects: bleeding, burning, or toxin. And it gives armor against non-Drakari enemies. That could be good on him. I'd have to double check what his thing was. Oh yeah, it lowers the stats of all enemies. After the wearer performs a melee area attack, they gain dodge reduction and parry reduction for each target affected by that attack for the next melee attack. Sure. Journal of Observations. The journal entries are written in an angular but surprisingly tidy hand, as if the writer deliberated meticulously over every word. The notes are supplemented by diagrams and formulae. The Farseer's mind is aggressively resisting external interference. The mind maggot perished instantly upon being introduced into the system, which has never been observed before. Interesting as punishment, the subject was placed in vibra shackles that chip away at limb bones. Yeah. Mind maggot enhanced with a power implant. Subject placed in a red-hot metal capsule during the introduction of the parasite. Despite the pain and the parasite in its system, the subject succeeded in addressing the veil. Parasite destruction detected 2 minutes into the presence in the subject's body. Mind maggot enhanced with poison that suppresses the host's psychic functions and placed successfully inside the victim. The parasite's vital functions persist, yet with no signs of compliance on the part of the host. Unacceptable. Subject punished by partial skin removal and suspension by the detached areas of skin. God. Experiment finished. Result negative. For as long as the subject remains capable of combating the mind maggot's presence, pain is the only available method of suppression. Subject to be placed in a capsule with a slowly rotating blades until further instructions. Sure. The laboratory is crammed with mechanisms and devices unknown to you, the sight of which make you sick.
I won't tolerate weakness.
This whole place makes me sick. Holy crap. This is when people have too much time on their hands to think
What
of
is
this kind of
that?
crap.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Ooh.
Acquisition is possible. The machine code grants me insight.
All of that for that? Okay. How do we activate? Somewhere an unseen mechanism rotates. Sure. 1 second, I saw goods back here. Ugh. A monkey and an outcast have found their way into the heart of the Dark City to save what little remains. The universe is full of cruel surprises, but this is an outcome I managed to foresee. You have foreseen our meeting, but could not avoid being captured? What was the point of your prophecies, then? I'm glad our paths have crossed again, my child. It is a great relief to me to know you are alive, and a great joy to see how much firmer of spirit and mind you have grown over your years of exile. I think we have a lot to talk about. Make an Eldari greeting gesture with your hands. You have got yourself a most amusing monkey to keep you company. He understands our language, and he knows a thing or two about customary greetings. Not that any of it makes him a worthy companion for you to have on your path. It is the Elentok who keeps me at his side. Were it not for him, my soul would have long left this body, or else I would have been devoured by a minion of She Who Thirsts, and I would never have learned the truth of what happened to Cruderock. Perhaps we ought to start by introducing ourselves? Of course, one forgets one's good manner all too easily in the Dark City. Standing before you is Eklundil Maresh, who walks the path of the Farseer. He is the all-seeing eye and timeless sentinel of Cruderock. He was, that is. Either way, a monkey's name is not the kind of thing he would be particularly interested in case you were expecting me to introduce you in turn. He will forget your name as serenely as one forgets a troubled dream in the morning. Now that is a word I have not heard in years. There were other Farseers besides you in the spire. Between the homunculus's torture, I was able to glance inside my kin's desperate minds. I saw every soul that was extinguished in the spire. I sang a lament for every brother and sister sacrificed by the Dark Ones. I carry their memory in my heart, and if I get out of here alive, their names will not be forgotten. Your senses fail you, Eklundil. Many died, but not all. I was unable to save her, but you could have tried. What is this? Explain yourself, monkey. What in all the gods' names made you decide to torture one of my sisters? I didn't do nothing. I didn't... Are you aware that a Farseer's soul is imprisoned in this object, and that your every touch causes unspeakable pain to her immortal soul? Can you really help her? I will release her soul from its suffering, but alas, giving her back her body is beyond my ability. I did what I could to save this Farseer's soul, but I could only do so much. You have set me free, and I am grateful for the rescue, but what you are doing is wrong. I can free my sister's tortured soul if you let me. I'm asking you for one more favor. Fine. Really? I must confess I have little store but your species in the past. Perhaps in some regards I was wrong to do so. It is done. You said you would help us find our way home. What did that mean? The countless hours I spent in the homunculus's cage were not all spent in the throes of agony. I listened, I observed, I absorbed, and I soon learned that the age-old gate built by our ancestors is hidden in the heart of the spire, a webway gate connected to the world outside. I can unseal it and forge our path to salvation. I can help you make your way out of the Dark City and leave this place behind, but you must take me to the gate. My mind is still firm, and my spirit is unbreakable. My body, on the other hand, will not soon forget pain's embrace. What is the point of your questions? I can guide you to the gate myself, but not before Eklundil, who walks the path of the Farseer, The all-seeing eye and timeless sentinel of Cruderok pours the light of truth into the bottomless well of my fear and doubt. Fine. I feared this moment would never come. Look at me, Eklundel, and tell me what adversity befell our home. As a council member, you cannot possibly be unaware of the truth, and Eklundel, do not even consider trying to hide anything from me. Sometimes ignorance is truly bliss, my child, but I cannot deny you your right to know the truth. When we found ourselves amidst the stars of this stellar fabric, we encountered a monkey ship, a ship much too puny to take on an Azuryani world, or so we thought, until the council was struck with a vision of the horror to come. This ship would be our doom, not only for us on Cruderok, but for all Eldari kind among the nearby stars, and even though those whose paths stretched far beyond the stars. We could not allow such a thing to happen. When the ship approached, we pierced it with 100 salvos, and then rejoiced, for among the wreckage the rangers found no traces of the foreseen curse. Azurion, how wrong we were. The ships that returned from their reconnaissance to our starports were already carrying it on their wings. Whether it was a scratch from a passing wreck or the infected ashes of the monkey ship that the cosmic winds had not had time to disperse, the plague crept into our home and immediately began to eat away at the craft world's very flesh. In the infinity circuit, the souls of the ancestors battled the spreading pestilence ferociously, but the world was falling apart, and there was no stopping it. Spires collapsed, rivers dried up, the ground itself sank, and all living things turned into a strange blend of organic matter and metal. We fought for our home until the very end, but when it became clear that Cruderok was beyond saving, the council decided to gather all who remained, board them onto the surviving shuttles, and scatter across the galaxy to look for salvation. And that was what we did. Not good. But who steered the infected vessel toward Cruderok?
I am afraid you already know the answer, Elantark. You just cannot accept it. Your predecessor, she who previously owned this vessel and your entire protectorate. The monkey who kept a piece of my homeworld in her study, like a trifle or trophy of no great significance.
So was your accursed kind? Wait, Eklundil, shedding innocent blood will not bring our home back. The Elantark is guilty only of helping me reach this place and free you. The blood of the executioner of our people flows through the veins of the one you long to save. What has the monkey done to deserve your mercy? You said a disease broke out on the ship? You want to know how your kinspeople destroyed my world so you can follow their example? Answer the question, Eklundil, not for the monkey's amusement, but for the sake of those whose souls dissolved in infinity. At first we thought the monkey were in the service of the greatest enemy of our kind, the one who lurks beyond the edge of reality. But the world's affliction manifested itself differently. It distorted Cruderok while avoiding encounters with the souls of our ancestors. We were waiting for Salen Thresh, the destroyer of souls, to burst her way in through the gaping wounds of the world, yet her gaze was directed away from our suffering. No one ever managed to identify the nature of the curse, even as we watched it destroy our home, and so, having lost all hope of saving it, we fled. It almost makes me wonder if it wasn't Theodora, it was Nurgle, because that sounds like Nurgle doing diseases that will eat up entire parts of ships. I don't think Theodora would have that kind of technology, right? If your kin fled Cruderok, how did you end up here? Our twisted cousins found our arks in the void's cold embrace. At first it seemed they were going to save us, to extend a helping hand, and so we were told them what had happened to Cruderok and where to look for it. But our cousins' souls are dark and thirst for blood. My ark was one of the first they seized. The Drukhari massacred hundreds of thousands of their own kind for fleeting pleasure's sake, and enslaved the farseers of their accursed experiments. And that monkey was how I ended up hanging in this cage. Is Cruderok completely destroyed? That's hard to believe. The Arbenian took care of what remained, but what is none of your concern. That is none of your concern. But, Eklundil, how did Cruderok end up in the expanse this close to monkey ships and the Dark One's hunting grounds? That was the path chosen by the Council. We had charted Cruderok's course among the stars for years, and no one had an inkling of the terrible fate that would await us in this place that promised us salvation. No one knew. Something is wrong. What do you mean by that? The paths I have walked have taught me a great deal, to see the truth where it is concealed, and not to hesitate to cut off the head of a lying snake that tries to coil around my heart. If the entire Farseer Council failed to foresee their world's doom, then everything the children of the Azerion have been taught about the paths for centuries is a lie. You are hiding something, Eklundil. Speak. Speak now. How dare you take that tone with me, outcast? I am not obliged to justify myself before you, let alone protest my innocence. We freed you from the homunculus's torture chamber, Eklundil, and this is the thanks we get? We had been steering Cruderok along a course prophesied by the stars themselves, until Shael's tumultuous currents cast us to the edge of the Great Wound. A storm was coming, threatened to sweep Cruderok away from its path, so the Council decided on a route to safety, across the nearest islet of Hope, and into the place known among the monkey as the Coronis Expanse. We stood by our decision, but there came a point where the prophecies became even darker and more unsettling. Someone proposed altering the course, but the closing grip of raging Shael was blocking our path on all sides. It was then that the Council's opinion was split. My vote was the deciding one in the difficult debate, for I believed that the prophecy that had promised us salvation in the Expanse could not have been a lie. You already know what happened next. So we were doomed. I should have stayed on Cruderok. I could have tried to help those who survived the disaster. If only I had not chosen that accursed path, and left the craft world, I could have at least tried to save someone. You wouldn't have known. You weren't a Farseer. You are not to blame for the demise of your world. Subverting fate is beyond your power. 100% true. I'm going to leave this episode here. Next time we will pick up talking to this guy again and then trying to find our way out. I'm still going to try to find Mirazhai's whatever he needed, and then we're going to try to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys had a nice day.